October 4th. A square in Assisi. A son of money steps forward and lets it go. He was raised on fine cloth and love songs. Parties, bright clothes, easy favors. Then prison, fever, quiet. In the silence a line lands, follow the master rather than the servant. Today he answers in public. Coins clink on the stones. The bishop watches. His father fumes. Francis speaks softly, but the words cut loud. From now on, our Father. Not my father's business. Not my old name. Not my old life. He takes off the symbols of comfort, the layers that said, I belong to gold. What's left is a rough tunic and a different wealth. Not rebellion for its own sake. Realignment. He trades a career for a calling, a ledger for a rule. Go lower, love harder, repair what's broken. People whisper, fool, saint, both. But the move lands like a bell through fog. It's not a stunt, it's a start. Ruined chapels wait, lepers wait, brothers he hasn't met yet wait. And if you think this was a phase, watch what happens next. When a man gives up everything, he becomes light enough to carry a whole city. Before the square, there was a road. A bright son of Assisi, pockets loud with coin, singing other men's songs. Then war. A sprint to glory that ends in chains. Perugia's prison scrapes the polish off his name. Long nights, low fever, a mind that won't sit still. He comes home thin and quieter. But the old fire flares, one more try at the banner and the drum. He rides out, and somewhere near Spoleto the world tilts. Not thunder, a question. Who can do more for you, the Lord or the servant? The words land like a hand on the reins. He stops. He listens. He turns back. From that day, ambition sheds its armor. He prays in ruined chapels. He walks the hills until silence finally answers. No vision to collect, no slogan to sell. Just a direction. Down, toward the least. And the test arrives soon enough, in a place most of us avoid. On the road outside Assisi, a leper waits. The road opens. A figure waits in rags. The bell of warning, the smell that empties crowds. Every instinct says, ride on. Francis stops, heart pounding, throat tight. He climbs down. He places coins in a torn palm. Then he does the thing he never thought he could. He lifts the hand and kisses it. Something breaks. Or better, something opens. The face he feared becomes a door. He feels the old bitterness melt, replaced by a sweetness he can't explain. After that, he returns. Not once, again and again. Hospitals, leper houses, names learned, wounds dressed. He discovers a map hidden inside mercy. If you go where love costs, you'll find Christ first. Assisi starts to whisper. The rich son is changing. He's not chasing applause. He's following it toward the broken places. And the broken places will speak back. A ruined chapel, a wooden cross, a voice that asks for more than money. The chapel of San Damiano was more ruin than roof. Wind slipped through the cracks. A wooden Christ looked down from a dark cross. Francis knelt. No choir, no plan, just the ache to know what God wanted. Then the line that will chase him the rest of his life. Go, repair my church, which you see is falling into ruin. He doesn't argue theology. He picks up a stone, begging mortar, hauling rock, singing as he works. San Damiano first, then San Pietro, then the little portiuncula, the small place that will become home. People smirk. The rich kid turned mason. But walls rise, leaks stop, a chapel breathes again. And under the sweat, a clearer meaning forms. God wasn't only pointing at broken stones. He was pointing at a broken people and a church in need of heart. Francis doesn't publish a program. He lives one. Poverty, prayer, work, mercy, mortar between souls. And while he stacks another row, footsteps gather behind him. Brothers he hasn't asked for, drawn by a life that finally makes sense. The little chapel will not be little for long. When a fire is real, it doesn't need a banner. They come one by one. No posters, no sign-up sheets. Just men who see a freedom they can't unsee. Francis gives them nothing to hide behind. Tunic, a cord with 3 knots, poverty, chastity, obedience. Sandals if you must, bare feet if you can. Friars Minor, the lesser brothers, because greatness is a burden they don't need. He writes a rule you can memorize on a walk. Take nothing for the journey. Preach peace, do penance, obey the church. No loopholes, no fine print. To Rome, a poor man with a poor plan that turns out to be God's. The Pope listens. Tradition says he dreamed the church leaning, and a small man shouldering the weight. Approval comes simple, oral, enough. Back at the Portiuncula, life becomes a pattern. Beg, pray, work, wash the sick, preach where you're welcome and where you're not. Their greeting is a whole program in 2 words, peace and good. And the gospel begins to look like itself again. Hunger gets fed, churches shine, laughter returns where money once ruled. Next, the joy gets creative. A winter night, a hillside town, and the first nativity the world ever walked into. Winter in the hills, a town called Greccio. No stage, no velvet choir. Francis finds a cave and spreads straw. An ox, a donkey, a manger where the cold can't pretend it's warm. Midnight comes. The people come. A priest lifts the chalice beside the hay. This is Francis at full clarity. If God comes low, then the story should too. Not behind chancery doors. Right here where dirt sticks to boots and mercy has a face. Tradition says someone saw the child. Maybe they did. Maybe the seeing was faith finally awake. Either way, the aim wasn't a trick of light. It was love learning to kneel. Watch the pairing, manger and altar shoulder to shoulder. The same God we cradle, we consume. Christmas isn't cute. It's costly. The word takes weight. Our worship gets weight too. People leave Greccio changed. Not just warmed, willed. To make room, to make peace, to make the poor first. And Francis? He keeps moving. Because if God came this close, then even enemies are worth crossing a sea to meet. The air smells like iron and river mud. Siege machines creak. Prayers harden on both sides. And Francis walks through it. No armor, no banner, just a brother at his side and the sign of the cross. He asks to meet the Sultan, not to trade slogans, to tell the truth he lives on. Reports claim al-Kamil received him with calm. A tent where weapons rest outside. Water poured, words measured. Francis speaks of Christ without sneer or sword. He offers faith, not insult. The Sultan listens, not convinced but not threatened. It's said that gifts were offered. Francis declines. What he wanted he already has, a door opened without violence. What do you call that moment? Not victory, not failure, witness. A poor man in a war zone discovers a secret generals forget. Sometimes the bravest line is a table and a conversation. He leaves with safe conduct and a map that doesn't fit parchment. One path for his brothers to the Holy Land. One path for us, toward people we were taught to fear. The cost will still come. Love this bold always pays in scars. La Verna is wind and stone. A cleft in the mountain where silence sharpens. Francis prays the way he works, without ornaments. Then a grace no one can plan. Wounds where Christ was wounded. Fire without smoke. Glory that hurts. After that, his body gives way. Eyes failing. Strength thin as paper. But the music gets clearer. He stitches a hymn out of daylight. Laudato si, mi Signore. Praise for brother sun, sister moon, for those who forgive. For sister death, too, the door we stop fearing when love goes first. He asks to be laid on the ground near the Portiuncula. No cushion between him and earth. Psalms on his lips, brothers close. The one who gave away everything leaves with nothing left to hide and nothing left to lose. 2 years later, the church can only do one thing. Name what God already made. Saint, what did he prove? That poverty can be radiant. That mercy can rebuild walls people gave up on. That joy is a serious weapon. If his life brushes yours today, let it change your map. Go lower. Love harder. Repair what's broken.